Hey everybody, this is James Zapp from the Dapper Den Barbershop in Ridgefield, Connecticut, and today we have Brad. You've been waiting a while to get your hair cut and beard trimmed, haven't you? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't cut a hair on my head since like February.
Okay, so it's been a long time.
January, yeah, probably like 6 months almost.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Can you tell?
Yeah. I thought this was your natural look. I had no idea.
Totally natural.
So what do you want to do is the question. What do you want to do with everything?
So I was thinking about going pretty short on the sides.
Okay.
Nice and tight.
Yep.
With a hard part.
Yep.
And for the top, just much shorter and tighter, I guess.
Okay. So do you like the curls or no?
I don't like the curls.
You don't like the curls at all?
No.
People pay big money for these curls, man.
We can sell it after.
Okay, yeah, we can try. Do you want to do clippers or scissors on the side?
Scissors would be cool if you could do that.
Okay.
For the sides.
All right, you want to do scissors on the side? That's
Yeah.
fine. Beard, what do you want to do with the beard?
So the beard's a little too lengthy for me.
Okay.
So if we can, I guess, tighten it up.
Yep.
But I like the mustache, so I'll keep that thick.
Okay, cool. It's like a caterpillar up there, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a caliber 357 Magnum, and I'm going to put a 6 guard on it. Now, I know he said that he wanted scissors, but I do want to get a majority of this bulk off before I start going in with the scissors. I'm going to spray it with a little Babyliss Pro all-in-one clipper spray. How do you like that for a part?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we're done. This is good.
Great, thanks, guys.
All right, so I just want to get a majority of this bulk off before I go with the scissors. I will explain why we're doing scissors in a bit and why he probably preferred doing scissors. I'm going to guess why, but...
Actually, no, this is perfect. Let's just call it here.
Let's call it here.
Yeah.
You just needed to style it is all. I'm just using this to get a majority of the bulk off of his head right now. This is a lot of hair he's using.
I haven't had hair this long since, Jesus, in like 14 years.
How old are you? 14?
16.
Jesus.
Nah, in college I grew it out. It was like the worst idea. The amount of girls who will talk to you when your hair is that long and looks like this, it goes down drastically.
Oh. That was my problem. All right, so now we're going over to, he wants to do short, and what I'm gonna do right now is basically a scissor fade. So the benefit of this, which I assume that you like, is that scissors come out a lot softer for you probably because of your hair texture, right?
Yeah.
So with scissors, when you cut it, it's gonna be a lot softer than cutting it with a clipper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wet the entire hair, and I'm going to do scissor-over-comb through the whole thing, and I'll explain the process of how I'm doing this as I'm doing it. So first I just want to wet everything. This monstrosity of what is this nest of hair.
It's awful.
4 hours later. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm taking some shark fin shears. And I'm just going to kind of start wherever I can to get this majority of this hair off. And just doing clipper over comb. Or scissor over comb, I'm sorry. Now TJ, you can already see here that we got some lines and stuff like that. We're getting low. This obviously isn't low enough, so we're just going to keep going back and forth. These ear areas with this kind of technique is extremely hard. And as I'm going up, I'm lifting the comb kind of like in a C motion to give it somewhat of a fade. If we have a lot of hard lines like this, we're going to take care of that later. I'm very cautious about the line here, so we can start to see a little bit of a line kind of going here, which is good. That's what we want. So in my opinion, and maybe you can correct me wrong in the comments, I think that if you're doing scissor over comb or clipper over comb, I consider this to be about, especially with this comb, I don't know what this is, MW, whatever it is, I consider this to be about a 1.5 on a clipper. So I do have an idea of where I am. So in case something does get screwed up or something like that, and you have to go back with clippers, even though the client doesn't want it, it's important that he looks good. But I know this is a 1.5, so we're gonna do this. Now I'm moving back towards the back here. And with this kind of method, this is how I learned how to do a scissor fade. You wanna go slow. You don't wanna speed this up because there's gonna be so many things that you can go wrong on this. So go as slow as you possibly can with this. Another thing I'd like to do with especially scissor fades, I like to do one side, the other side, and then blend the back up together. And I'll explain why I do that in a second. Oh man, that beard is thick, man. Jesus.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I try to comb it after the shower, but it doesn't really help. I also don't really know how to take care of it. That's just probably why it looks like that.
We're gonna help you out with that.
I'm a beard novice.
So you can see a nice kind of fade coming in here. Okay, so the reason I start on the sides first, I'm pretty much just getting my base guideline for the 1.5, quote unquote, of scissor-over-comb pressed directly to the skull, is now I can kind of see where both of these are coming in and match them up and also correct anything if one side, so this side's just a little too short, so I'm gonna start going in the back now and fixing all that. So right now I'm just getting my base set.
Anybody ever come in here and ask you to do designs?
We have a couple of people, like kids will come in and ask for a design of like, so like our high school's the Tigers. So we'll start like doing like tiger paws and stuff in people's heads.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It takes a while to do.
Sure. Like do art in someone's head.
Yeah.
You can only do it once.
Pretty much. It's like a tattoo that's like semi-permanent. So now we're kind of connecting this up. I understand there's still lines in here that I'm gonna get out, but I have a base for my clipper pressed against his head, and I'm starting to see out and getting into this kind of chunkiness area right now. So I'm just gonna continue to still work throughout this whole thing and just get this out with the scissors and just get a nice base for myself and kind of fade up into that whole thing. For me, this is a lot of eye work. I'm just kind of looking at it, using my scissor over comb and seeing where the hairs are sticking out, getting those lines out.
And you know, it was a great game that never saw the light of day, really? Perfect Dark.
What are you talking about, man? Everybody played that.
No, I feel like that's like one of the most like well-kept secrets of 64. Like there was no remakes.
Oh yeah, because I mean, like, how do you top perfection?
That's true. Like GoldenEye was like this.
GoldenEye was like everybody knew that one. Perfect Dark
wasn't as well known, but it was so great. It was the first time I think that you can play. Actually, maybe you could have in GoldenEye also. We play against AI in like the multiplayer.
Yeah, that was the best part because you didn't have to like wait for people because I was lonely. Thanks for bringing that up, man.
Now you have like an MMO. And Xbox and PlayStation. It's like thousands of people online. It's crazy.
I know that I have an unorthodox way of cutting hair. I know most of you commented that, and I appreciate the feedback. But right now what I want to do is I want to get a shape for the haircut before I go in and get these lines out. So I'm going to use my Gamma Absolute Hitter right now and just kind of get a base. I'm going to hit the beard just for now to give it some shape. And this is just the way I like cutting. I like doing my lineups so I can kind of see everything coming together. And then I can start working in on the finer details, even though this needs a lot more work with getting the lines out and everything. So now with this, I can start seeing some spots that I definitely need to go back into with the scissors to soften them up, clean them up. It's a little darker in areas. So now I can see a little darker areas right in there that I can get out. So would you be opposed to doing a taper, a low taper on the back? to clean up? Okay, so for that, the only reason I say that is because I will show you in a second, but for the camera right now, you can see this right here. So if we keep his head straight, these lines are coming in pretty symmetrical, but these two lines right here make it look unsymmetrical because I kept taking a step back and saying this doesn't look straight. So his hair just doesn't want to grow here. His cowlick is kind of pushing it this way, this way, this way. So we're gonna fade this out. We are gonna have to use clippers. Is that okay for that?
Yeah.
Because I can't get scissors down that low without risking taking off his skin completely.
Yeah, I mean.
New definition of skin fade. We just take the skin off. It's a blood fade. A flesh fade? Flesh fade. Why does that sound?
That's not right.
That doesn't sound right.
I don't think you should put the word flesh.
Flesh fade. Okay, so
first ever flesh fade.
Yeah, you'll be seeing this on a lot of other websites. That you should be going on.
The flesh fade.
Barber gives friend the flesh fade.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Okay, so there are a lot of lines, a lot of dark spots in here right now. So I'm going to use these eraser scissors, which have teeth on the top and on the bottom. These are erasers by Shark Fin. And what this is going to do is it's going to cut inside and outside. So it's going to soften up the hair as well as getting out those lines. They call it the eraser because it erases lines. And we're just going straight up the hair with this. So you can already see that already, I've done like maybe 3 snips on this. It's already a lot softer of a finish going up. So now I'm just going to go through the whole hair and just kind of soften the whole thing up. And I'm just using my eye for this. Very careful with these scissors. You don't want to do too many snips because you have to think of this as a thinning shear. This will cut a hole in the hair, and that's kind of the opposite of what you want to do. Okay, so we took the eraser scissors. I also took some thinning shears, chopped everything down. I still have more work to do on that, but I want to start seeing some more shape in the haircut, so I'm going to start going to the back and start zero tapering that out. So back to my caliber 357 Magnum, and we have it just on the 0 setting. And we're just going up to where that hair kind of stops growing, or grows lightly, I should say. I'm going up very, 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 very small increments right here, because I really want to keep as much scissor as I can on the entire haircut. But this is going to make the haircut look a little more symmetrical, especially down by the base. I'll take a step back, I'll look at it, I'll look in the mirror a little bit. That's looking a lot cleaner. And you can definitely see where the hair stopped growing right here, but it looks like it's blending very nicely. And now I can take my scissors, go back into this, and blend this in to keep it soft. I'm just going back and forth between my erasers. And my shears, taking his ear off at the same time.
Yeah, if you could actually cut my ears down a little bit too.
Yes, of course. Jeez.
Take a nose trim too.
It's gonna cost you extra. We got the sides pretty much where we want them right now. Now we're gonna start working on the top and getting the whole thing together. So we're gonna take a good amount off because he doesn't like the curl that much. He likes putting product in it. So we're just gonna do our scissor-over-comb throughout the entire thing and just get a guideline for ourselves. What were you doing during quarantine, man?
Growing my hair and my beard.
That was it?
Yeah, kind of just rode my bike.
Yeah.
Played some bass and guitar and stuff.
Tight, all right.
So I know I still have a lot of hair, but to me I feel bald.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Just how thick and heavy my hair was.
Well, how you liking the way it's looking? Are you liking the way it's looking?
Yeah, looks good.
I need you to say that. Let's take it again. A little more enthusiasm on that one.
All right.
How you liking the way it's looking?
Looks great.
Man, that was just as bad as the first.
What do you want me to do?
It was fine. It was fine.
One more time. One more time.
How we looking, man?
You know.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of hair, dude.
Yeah, I've thick hair. And like the worst part is the cowlicks never go away. See, it's just like a shorter version of what it was.
Yeah, that's what a haircut is essentially.
No, but I'm saying like my hair is so crazy messy and like gross when it's long, and now it's like it's nice and it's cleaned up and it looks good, but it's like there's no getting rid of the cowlicks, which is crazy.
Well, I mean there is. I mean you just cut them super short or leave them super long.
Yeah, but don't they just come back?
Oh yeah, of course they will.
They can never get rid of them. I'm sure at some point they'll invent something to get rid of them.
Well, I think cowlicks make the hair unique. Everybody's hair is different.
Yeah, I'd say my hair looks nice for about 2 weeks before it starts getting crazy again. Maybe stick it out a month.
Yeah, this one hopefully will be a bit longer. All right, so we're just gonna comb this out gently because it's a little tough on them.
You could say gross, that's fine.
So you got a couple areas right here where it looks like it's difficult to grow hair there.
Yeah, I can't grow on either side.
Okay, so we're just gonna tighten up the beard as much as possible and try to get rid of that. You're okay with taking it down a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna try to take care of those areas too and try to make it look as full as possible.
Yeah, when I was growing this out, I didn't do anything to it. No beard care, no trimming, nothing.
Nothing?
Nope.
So we're just gonna start with a 2 and see where that takes us going with the grain. And keep the mustache, you said?
Yeah, keep it nice and thick.
Okay. Just trying to get everything even on the top.
If I were like trimming my own beard right now, I'd go through that guy like 6-stage photo shoot. You know, where first like you do mutton chops.
Oh yeah.
Goatee, the long mustache, Fu Manchu.
Yeah. All right, so I like the 2 that got a good majority of bulk off, but now I'm gonna switch to a 1.5 going with the grain. So I'm just have this caliber 357 all the way open. I'm just gonna work our way through the whole beard.
What's the like proper way to take care of a beard?
Well, it depends on what you want to do. I mean, so the length you're at right now, definitely some oil. I usually do oil twice a day. I tell people for oil, I actually leave the oil in my car. If like we're going to play a wedding or something like that. So when I head to the wedding, I'll put the oil in my beard before I leave. You know, 2-hour drive for me because I'm in Connecticut. And then when I get to the venue, I set up everything. I'll put more oil in it just to kind of keep it moist. No, oiled up for lack of a better term right now.
How do you stop it from getting scraggly? Is that how?
Oh yeah, you cut it short or you actually use balm, which balm would help you out better because there's a little bit of styling agent, like a little bit of beeswax in it, which will kind of keep it down as well as keep it hydrated as well. Perfect. So we're gonna try to find what's gonna be a good spot, especially with these patches here for them. Just gonna go in. Step back real quick. So definitely, I'm always right-handed, so I know that this side is always going to be longer than the other. All right, how's that length in the beard for you, man?
Great.
Yeah?
Looks good, yeah.
I like the stash. All right, so we're just gonna line them up with the blade. Do a little product, let's try it out. And we're just gonna bring this down just to get those hairs off of there. Okay, nice gentleman's cut, scissor fade. So you don't like the curls.
Don't like the curls.
So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna wet his hair just a bit, because believe it or not, my hair is also super curly. And I am going to just kind of dampen it. I'll do this right out of the shower sometimes. And then I'll use a little bit of 4 Vices styling balm. It's a good amount of that.
Oh, this thing. Oh, so he's making movements and
Just work it through the entire hair. So now instead of the curl now, we got a nice wave instead.
Cool.
What do you think, man?
Yeah, looks great.
You like it?
Yeah.
Dude, awesome, man. Thank you for coming in, dude.
Yeah, thanks,
I
man.
appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You been to beardbrand.com lately? I mean, seriously. You want to look good? You want to take care of yourself? You want people to know you take care of yourself? What you doing? Don't waste your time. Beardbrand.com.